God has taught me so much about patience, love, and grace through parenting. And I'm going to share a little bit about it. And so I have custody of my sister. Her name is Alex. She's 17 years old. And I was granted guardianship about 4 years ago. And after my mother passed away, the day of, I had to go to my attorney's office and sign off papers. I didn't have time to grieve or process anything. I just knew I was responsible for someone else. It has been such a blessing. I love my sister so much. She has been a huge light in my life. And God orchestrated that, and he did it beautifully. And so he taught me so much through her. So not that long ago, I was praying and I was asking God, I was like, so I love you so much and I need to get to know you. I want that relationship. And he's like, okay. So first bit about it, Wednesday, I had to go for the last time to my attorney, and for the last time I was going to renew the papers, because every year you have to renew them, and you have to, report and do stuff like that, and she goes to her doctor's office, just little things like that, and he came up to me and he's like, wow, this is the last time we're going to do this. And I was like, yeah, it's like a bittersweet feeling. And he just asked me, he's like, how did you do it? How were you able to raise a 17-year-old and being 23 and just being able to kind of live your life? And she turned out so great. How was that possible? And I just immediately thought, God, he actually showed me how to do it through Scripture. And like he is a parent to us. And so I got to learn that too, because I didn't have the greatest, parents, but my mother was grand. I think I told Brent, it really spoke to me knowing that he is also raising, a child that isn't his, and I didn't know he was a stepdad, and I always had this mentality of like stepdads are bad and they're not great, and so he really changed that perspective for me. It was just really great. Thank you. So anyways, so as I got to know, starting off the first year with Alex was very tough. I had to learn how to communicate. I had to basically understand her. I had to just basically get to know her, just like in a marriage, The first years are just like getting to know each other. You think you already have it, everything. But as I got to know her, I just found beauty in her, and so the little things that she'll do, I'll give an example. So she'll come and barge in the middle of the night, and she'll like slam the door open, and she's like, are you awake? And it's like 1:30 in the morning. And I'm just like, I am now, what's wrong? And she's like, I had a nightmare, I need you to pray for me, and little things like that. And so she'll come to me for advice, guidance, and all of that. And at first I was like, why is she doing this? What is it that she's saying that I don't know. And so God was just basically, the way that she is with you is the way that you are with me. When you wake up in the middle of the night and you feel frightened, and your instinct is immediately to pray. And so I thought that was cool too. A couple of verses that I've kept helped me keep accountable and just how to love her and parent. Proverbs 29:17, it says, discipline your children will will give you peace. They will give you the delight you desire. And then Proverbs 22:6 says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. And that's like a promise. I take that as a promise. And so yeah, now more than anything, I would like for this to be encouraging. And so what else? But yeah, just the way that I love for my sister and I protect her and I'm always there for her. He is the same way with me, but 10 times more. And there are moments that she's learning that she can't always go to me because there's certain things that I can't comfort her in. And she told me another day that she had another nightmare and she could not go to sleep. She stayed up for 2 hours and she's like, I just couldn't. And then she's like, I believe it was God, but he was just telling me to read. And then immediately when I read that verse, I was out. I was like, that's awesome. I just love to hear how she's on her walk with Christ. It's very inspiring. But yeah, so I have 2 younger siblings. So there's 5 of us. I have an older brother, it's me, my sister Alex, Elizabeth, and Robert. And Robert, he has Downs. And I have Downs kids. I don't know if you've ever met them before, but they're like the most joyous, like the cutest. Oh, I just love Robert. He just lightens my day. And like they find the little things just so, yeah, like I said, joyous. And I just love my family. Even after everything that happened, we were able to look to Christ mainly and just resting in him. And but yeah. Anyways, what else? So my walk with God lately just been learning how to communicate to and to love, which is kind of like a shocking. But one time, my cousin told me, I went up to my cousin, he lives in Fort Worth, and he's like, I had a dream about you. And I was like, okay. He's like, I had a dream that I asked you a question, and then the question was, do you know how to love your neighbor? And you said, yes, absolutely. And then he asked, but do you really know the true meaning of loving your neighbor? And I got to thinking, and I was like, no, I don't think so. And it really spoke to me because I have a friend, and she's the best, and she lives in Dallas, and there was a moment where there was tension because we have to work together for a wedding that we're doing together. She does videography, I do photography, and we weren't thinking straight, and we were clashing, and her artistic view was different from mine. And I said, well, you've never done a wedding before. And I know that hurt her very bad, and I apologized immediately. And when my cousin said, do you know how to love your neighbor? It's not talking about just loving strangers and just, everybody that you see around you. It's mainly like loving your Christian friend, your Christian neighbor, because your neighbor is the person next to you, right? And so I just thought that was cool. I don't know. But yeah, let's see. And then God is great. God has been a beautiful, beautiful Father that I can go to at any time, in any moment, and anything that I'm dealing with. Because at first, I wasn't supposed to be here. At last minute Monday, I was told, you can't go. And I was like, what? No, I have to go. Like, you've told me. And my boss told me I couldn't come. And so I was like, okay. I prayed about it. And then he was like, okay, well, something came up. I have to go. I was like, great. And so I changed my flight real quickly. And then I'm supposed to be leaving like Sunday. And I've just been praying. I was like, nope, I am staying here as long as you need me to be here. And I'm not going to let the enemy attack me while I'm here. And so, but yeah, that's everything I have to say. Thank you so much.